Hi, my name is Rana and I'm one of the pastors at All Nations, and this is my thought for the week. Now, in a world where people are quick to judge and cast aspersions based upon the way a person may look or act or behave is becoming more and more commonplace. And if we are not careful, then we also may just begin to succumb to this way of stinking thinking. And instead of seeing the best in people, we may just assume the worst and thus derail our God-given mission and assignment. And so, before we fall into the trap of assuming the worst and allowing this negative narrative to play out in our mind, let us begin to intentionally look for the good within people and to draw out that gold within them. You see, when I worked in a drug and alcohol rehabilitation center, one of the sayings that I would often hear in group meetings went along the lines of, "I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. But I am what I think you think I am." Now, that may sound like a bit of a mouthful, but essentially it's where we begin to superimpose our thoughts onto others, assuming that that's what they actually think, when in reality it may not necessarily be the case, and thus we could be doing them a complete disservice. And so, if you have ever had those types of thoughts, then simply stop and give it to God in prayer. Pray for yourselves as well as others, because as we do, not only do we break the cycle of this negativity, but we also release ourselves from carrying this unnecessary load and burden. I tell you, it always amazes me when I consider our Lord's example, that Jesus, being the all-seeing and all-knowing God, who knew exactly what was on the inside of every heart and person because he had perfect knowledge. However, despite knowing and seeing all of the hatred that was in the hearts of those who opposed him, yet he still loved them and gave himself for them. Wow. And so, let us not succumb to this way of stinking thinking and assuming the worst within people. But let us love the unlovely, because that's exactly what Jesus did for us. That whilst we were yet sinners, Christ died for us. Romans 5:8. And so, let us fulfill the great command of loving God and loving people. And let us see the good in people. And let us draw out that gold that is within them.